Guys, get out of here without talking about the Transportation Commissioner, Jeanette Sadik-Khan. There's been a lot of talk about pushing back against some of the bike lanes. We see on the west side, some of them are actually going to be changed around and so forth. How do you rank her impact on the city? She's had a huge impact over the last few years. Is it time to go in a different direction, to maybe hold her more accountable? How do you think she's doing?
Well, I think the bike lanes are a big problem, especially in the outer boroughs. I'm not even talking about in Manhattan where the bike lanes have caused and the public spaces have caused traffic to get all kind of crazy. But in Queens, for example, I have a bike lane running near my house on a boulevard that only had one lane in the first place, and they put a bike lane there, and you have trucks and transportation. It's dangerous. It's trouble waiting to happen. So I give her low grades on that, and somebody needs to make a comprehensive plan on sensible bike lanes and maybe bike routes like they have truck routes, something more sensible, and the public should have some input on that.
Do we put too much on her, or is this really City Hall? Is this really the mayor's responsibility?
It's City Hall. There's no question about it. Nobody does anything in this administration without the blessing of the mayor. And what's been going on the last couple of weeks has just really highlighted this administration's antagonism towards both cars and the outer boroughs. Because I walk around Midtown and I see beautifully shoveled, snow-cleared away bike lanes. Yet in my neighborhood in Queens, if your street was effectively cleared, it was done so at the expense of the cars, which were completely blockaded in. My car had a block of ice that was literally 3 feet wide and 3 feet high, and trapping it that took me 3 days and 3 separate sessions to dig out. I mean, what they're doing is completely antagonistic of the outer boroughs, and it really has to go in a different direction. We need to roll back a lot of these bike lanes.
Has the mayor been giving some signs that he gets it? You're not the only one to have said that, Robert.
I think this is kind of a sign of like third terms, and third terms are really hard. And I think the kind of, and this mayor has kind of defied the kind of political laws of gravity to a great extent, but it's hard to not, to get through a third term and have people not feel more emboldened to take shots at him. And I think some of the things that are going on are in kind of bigger signature issues. There starts to be, people taking pot shots who wouldn't probably have done it in the first term, definitely, or even a second term. So
taking pot shots about potholes and much, much more. Thanks so much, guys.